one, and go.
Oh, Ariabo. Oba, oba, oba. Hey, Brasilia, 66, but we're in 2023 at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Big weekend. Even though a championship had been decided, what a fabulous race always, right?
Yeah, I was just saying, it's the greatest. And to me, it's probably one of the greatest Grand Prix of the entire season. It's not up there with some of the classic Grand Prix like Monza and Belgium, but in terms of passing and just pure racing that's going on, it's one of the best Grand Prix to watch.
Yeah, when they come up that hill into turn one and dive down into two, three complex, that is, look at how much stuff has always happened there. And then going into that back straight and everything, it is really, it's got good elevation change too. Fabulous track. But man, what a big weekend for all sorts of stuff's going. Breeders' Cup yesterday. We got all the NASCAR championships happening this weekend. Already been decided Craftsman Truck and Xfinity Series. We got the big Cup thing. It was London and Brighton run in England. Um, Man, just tons of stuff going on. Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. What
Yeah,
did I leave out?
well, absolutely. The only thing you're leaving out was India versus South Africa today in the Cricket World Cup. But
Oh
anyways,
boy, who
other
won that
than
one?
that, this if you watch the Sprint Grand Prix yesterday, this track, although it was made way before we ever introduced DRS, it's actually a Grand Prix that's adapted to DRS and makes it a more competitive race because when someone has DRS on the front straight and then they go down the hill, and after that, those corners there's another DRS straight. So a lot of what you saw in the Sprint Grand Prix were people getting passed on the front straight and then getting the person back later on in the first sector.
Yeah, I mean, even before DRS, this was a good race. Didn't even need it. I mean, there was just so many things that could go with this track, with the weather. I think they were talking. Is there any chance of precipitation for this race?
I have the weather report right here on my phone in Sao Paulo. It is sunny. It might have a couple clouds, but there's no forecast of any rain today.
Okay, well that's good because some crazy things can happen, as we know, during a rain race here and everything. So,
Hmm.
but Stroll and Alonso starting third and fourth. How likely is that going to be the end result?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know what to say because yesterday they were fighting in the back because they hadn't qualified well for the sprint race, but it's hard to see them being able to stay up in those positions. This is not a track where if you're just in a position, you won't get passed for a long period of time. I think they'll be both devoured very quickly in the start of this Grand Prix.
I agree. That's why I pointed it out. I don't. Stroll, he's done very well this weekend so far. He didn't do very well in the sprint, though, did he? He even finished like 11th or something like that.
Yeah, him and Alonso were like 11th and 12th.
Yeah, nothing to write home about. So I use that as a basis for my prediction for this race and everything. So I don't see them even in the top 8 finishing.
No,
So
I do not have them in the top 8. Now, another question mark was I thought Mercedes was going to be so fast in this weekend. This was the last Grand Prix they won last season. Both of their cars have been so fast here over the years, but they just didn't seem like they had anything. I think McLaren's a stronger car here, and Ferrari's Ferrari. They've been holding position and not really fighting for much.
yeah, I think Hamilton said he had no hope in hell of doing anything here, but Russell's right behind him. So I think if Russell's right behind him, Russell will finish ahead of him, and Hamilton will have a little bit of difficulty because he didn't do that well yesterday, did he?
No, and I thought it was one of the most embarrassing moments of the entire Formula One season. With 3 laps to go on on the front straight, Yuki Tsunoda and the
Oh
AlphaTauri
yes,
on pure pace passed him, not just passed him, walked away from him after the pass. He was up over a second and a half at the end of the race to him.
yeah, I was surprised by that too. I saw that. I was kind of half watching it while I was doing something yesterday, and but Lewis has got his diamond nose stud, so maybe that gives him extra power for the race. They were showing him before with that. Say, I just want to make a comment about Machine Gun Kelly giving Martin Brundle a bunch of shit. I don't know what it is with these people. Here's a guy who's, oh, Jesus, somebody's already in the wall.
What? Oh, fuck.
Charles Leclerc's in the
What
wall.
the fuck?
He's
What
pulling a
a
Roberto.
fucking idiot.
He's pulling a Roberto Guerrero at the Indy
Oh
500,
my god.
crashing before he. Well, that
Oh
screws
my
my.
god. This has got to be a joke, right?
Oh
What
my
an
God.
embarrassing thing to. I mean, it's not even wet out there. What would be the excuse? Big guy.
I don't know. Look at, I got all the boogers on the tire there.
What
How
what
bad
would
is
be
it?
the reasoning? What happened? What do you think happened? Give us your.
I don't know, but look at the front wing. Look at the front wing. The right front wing is broken in half. So there's got to be some toe damage on the link for the setting up the right front tire at least. So
Did he clip anybody? I
your
mean,
camber, your toe in.
what the last Grand Prix in Mexico, the first lap he had pretty much the same thing. That side of the wing was cut off. That
I know, but he was able. Oh, and he's parking it behind the freaking. Oh my God! They got to show this. What happened here? What the? The whole back end came out.
You think something broke? That doesn't seem
Something
like
broke. Because
something.
look at how the right rear is so low before it even hits the wall.
Oh my god. This guy's a major character in the sport and in one of the top teams.
I
That's
think
so
something
weird.
broke.
Something must
Something
have
had to
broke.
break. It was the middle of the turn.
What the
What are
fuck?
they saying? That is
So
crazy.
odd. So odd. Yeah, something big guy. He didn't do that on his own. Something must
Oh
have
my.
happened.
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out.
Did something fall near his brake pad or accelerator? I mean, weird shit.
It's like the rear end just swapped around mid corner.
Jesus. And what an embarrassing moment, considering everything. You know, where did he qualify? Was he even in the top?
He was third. He was second, qualified second.
Did he qualify? No. I thought Where was Norris in all
No,
this?
that was yesterday for the sprint race. Look at this. Oh shit! There's mayhem in the back of Williams. Oh,
yep.
there goes a Haas. We're gonna have a red flag.
Red flag, you think?
There's tires bouncing all over the place. Tire carcasses. Holy shit!
Yeah, if you're tuning in right now, that was a Williams. Went off with a Haas.
Yellow flag. There.
Tires were bouncing around everywhere.
Safety car.
I didn't even see what happened at the start. Did Max get away quickly again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
Of course.
Wow.
Jesus.
You might be right about a red flag. That's going to take too long to clear. All right, let me update the stream. We are on yellow flag now.
There's two cars out. There's a wheel carcass in turn 2.
Are we going to get...
Magnuson.
Are we going to get... We're still in yellow
Is that
flag.
Mags?
Yeah, and Alexander Albon. Albon, man, having a good season too. Big question is if AlphaTauri...
Look at all the carbon fiber. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Look at, oh my God.
I don't understand. Safety car through the pit lane? They're saying I don't know what that means. Are they
Who's
going...
got their car angled? Alonso has his car angled going towards Stroll. Straightens it out because he sees Norris get under him. That's what he was worried about. The other Haas caught the tire carcass of the Albon's and shot that in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Here again.
It was so the Haas just bumped into the Williams here. Jeez.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, so if you're tuning in, we have first corner of the first lap, the downhill after the straight. Uh, we have a yellow flag as of right now. They're going to go through the pit lane to avoid all the debris that they're going to have to clear off the
Yep.
track. And I think, does Norris retain first? I don't understand what's going on here. The stats I'm seeing is that where's Verstappen in all this?
He's leading.
I know, but this timer thing I have must be off.
Look at
You're right.
this. Whoa, those in-car. Holy Moses. Going into turn one.
Yeah, if you're listening right now, big yellow flag. First, that's why there's no
Here,
action going
watch
on.
Max. Max gets away, and everybody else is fighting behind him. Hamilton gets past Alonso and Stroll and goes toe-to-toe with Norris into one. And I think Norris emerges in second place. Yes, he did. Oh, that hit somebody's wing. That tire carcass didn't hit Hulkenberg's wing. It hit a Alpha Tauri's rear wing. And that thing's still rolling around.
So the Haas. Yep, you're right. That
Watch
wing held up pretty well, didn't it?
watch that tire carcass hit the wing of the car. It gets shot up in the air, then hits.
Red
Oh
flag.
my!
Red flag.
What I tell you, this is
All
crazy.
right, I'm changing it up. Red flag is now official on the
All right,
stream. We're in a
this
red flag moment here,
red flag brought to you by Anchor Steam Brewing, a
and
now
by
defunct brewery in San Francisco.
Sierra Nevada's Celebrate Fresh Hop IPA.
Man, you love that
Seasonal.
stuff.
No, it's the only thing I have left here for free. Yeah, red flag. So technically, you're allowed to fix any the wing if there's any damage to a wing. You can
That's why
change.
Leclerc should have stayed in the car and kept it running.
Yeah, right. You're
Yeah,
right. But look at Leclerc
but he
is.
didn't officially take the checkered flag though, too. So I mean
He looks like
the
he's
green
trying to
green
figure out
flag.
a way, but I think you're right. He didn't take the checkered flag, right?
You know, in days of old, when knights were bold, you had a spare car, and if Leclerc made it back to the pits on a red flag, he could jump in the spare. But we don't have spare cars anymore now, do we? So,
No.
so now it's Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, Alonso, Stroll, Russell, Perez seventh, Sainz eighth, Ocon ninth, Tsunoda 10th. And I think the rest is just a jumble. But Piastri's back in 16th, but he started 10th. So he was probably trying to avoid a bunch of the kerfuffle going on there up front. But having three cars out 2 laps into the race is disturbing.
Absolutely.
Uh, Here again, when they're supposed to be the best racing drivers in the world,
They really should have spare cars. It's
I think so. It would
well,
make it more exciting.
well, now that we're in the red flag, all right, it's still going to stay Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton. Now, doesn't it revert back to the starting grid if it's a red flag on the first lap?
It was on the second lap they threw it. They completed 2 laps, and then they threw the red flag.
No, that was the first turn. What are you
Look at
talking?
Leclerc's back in his car.
No, what are you talking about? The first turn.
They're showing Leclerc back in his car.
Yeah, but what are you saying? What are you saying? I'm saying the first turn is a red flag. So doesn't that
No, they didn't
revert?
show. They didn't throw the red flag then.
Oh, they went. You mean after the wreck? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying. Yeah. So they went. It was yellow flag. They kept it. You're right. Because the only way it reverts back is if it's immediate. I think.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not completely up on the FIA regulations regarding that particular thing, but boy, like I said, there's always something happening in this Brazilian Grand Prix. And what did I say? Always happens in that turn one, turn two complex. And that's where it was, all that mayhem. And I don't know.
Absolutely.
That's Gasly they're showing there. Man, that Williams got ripped up bad. The left front tires dangling. The left rear got crushed and the carcass ripped off. The wheel's crushed. The rear
Yep.
wing is just obliterated.
And
That's an expensive day for Williams.
the Haas, what happened with the Haas? Is it ripped up side or something like that?
Yeah, see, I think Albon was a little optimistic going wide like that. It's like uh, it's like when Perez was going three wide
In
down to
Mexico.
Mexico, just
Correct.
over. Now Leclerc's walking back.
He ain't getting
He
a
probably
shot.
said
He
he
understands that.
probably said unless you can start the car yourself, you can't because you cannot take the car back because that would be aiding outside aid to get the car running.
God, what a promising Grand Prix for him too. There must have been a mechanical issue. Unless this guy's just such a nutcase that he fucked it up going. Do you think he just maybe went too fast into the turn or something like that? Possibly.
It begs the question. I'm like, I saw it just swap ends mid turn, and I didn't hear what the other pundits were saying about anything wrong with the car. I would have been led to believe that something broke on the right rear, but obviously was going back to the car. He didn't think so. Maybe just I don't know why. Maybe he got on the throttle too early.
You know, he's got a bit of Mika Hakkinen in him with some of these random moments, like when he was leading the Spanish Grand Prix coming back last season, and then no, that was the French Grand Prix, and he just crashes into the wall. I mean, he has some moments where he just kind of loses it mentally.
Yeah, uh, he's had a difficult time. It's almost like here you get these good drivers at Ferrari, and they just have difficult times. Alonso, he won a lot of races, but he could never seal the deal on the championship. Vettel gets over there, can never get everything done that he wanted to do because every driver's dream is to go to Ferrari and win a world championship. Shit.
Absolutely.
So where's Tsunoda and where's
They're saying Sonoda's 10th, and
10th?
where's
Where's
Ricardo?
Ricciardo 17th? So he's dead last.
Yeah, you're right, because 3 cars out: Albon, Leclerc, Magnussen. So
But
Ricardo.
Sainz held position because he started 8th, didn't he? Yes, he did. Perez moved up to 7th from 9th. Piastri moved back from 10th to 16th. Lewis is up to a position because obviously because of but I think Norris really did from 7th to
Yes,
2nd.
I was.
Man,
You just got what I was about to say. I was about to say he got all the way up to second, and I have him finishing second in this race, but I didn't think he'd get it within the start here. Damn.
I got Perez finishing 2nd to be honest with you. I
I
thought
got Perez third. I don't think he'll outrace Norris. I think Norris is a better driver than him. I don't
here
think he'll
again it
get
could
up there.
be strategy wise with tires.
True.
We didn't even pay attention to what everybody started on, and probably doesn't matter at this point because everybody's going to be allowed to change tires at this point. So if you wanted to, this is the perfect time to do it because there's no delta penalty and everything. Here we go. They're showing the restart again too. It looks like the look at Lewis jump behind Stroll. Norris jumps way ahead of everybody. Oh my goodness, man, that must have been Ricardo's wing that it hit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it did. It hit the right end wing end plate,
And and
right rear wing
and
end
the
plate.
the other Haas seems to have run over the rolling tire before it bounced. Actually, a
Yeah, it
bit.
did.
Yeah.
Or it might have.
No, it
It was
did.
either a
It
Haas.
did. It did.
It was either a Haas or Tsunoda running over it. One of the
It was
two.
the Haas. Hulkenberg runs over a tire. The tire comes up and it starts scraping against the tire of Hulkenberg, and then Hulkenberg finally runs it over completely, sending it up in the air into the AlphaTauri.
Wait a second. Was Hulkenberg involved in that to a certain extent? Watch this replay.
Yes, he's the one who hit him. It came off of his tire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't. I thought
So
Magnuson
both,
touched him.
well, Magnuson just got caught up in it.
Yeah.
It was Hulkenberg that hit him and
Well,
spun him into Mags.
I don't think he hit him as much as he was run into by Albon. I would put blame at Albon there. He kind of sandwiched him.
Oh, jeez. That tire coming at you. Thank goodness they got the halo. Look at Norris's move, man. Reaction time, really good. Not as good as Verstappen, but a lot better than all those other guys that were in front of him. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely.
Here we go, Hammy. Hammy makes it just. Stroll couldn't get out of his own way. He started on softs. So did Hamilton's on softs. Norris was started on softs. I'm seeing the tires now.
Let's see the stats here. I think they're.
Uh, Stroll's on softs. Yeah. Look at how he got bogged down on the start. Stroll did. Hamilton gets past him. Oh, Hamilton and Norris did a good job going through it. So did Fernando into two to get past Stroll. That was fabulous. They're showing in-car Perez now getting past Sainz, challenging Russell going into second. Oh, they're getting bogged up there. Both of the Aston Martins in front of them. Russell maintains his position and stays ahead of Perez at the start. So that was a good. That was good. Then he comes down on the inside trying to. Oh, did he get buggered up by the Aston Martins? No, that's when they threw. That's when they threw the red flag or the yellow flag. So interesting seeing those in-car restarts and everything. Leclerc, they're showing him in his pit. I don't know. The guy's making a lot of money and not getting the results.
Yeah, I mean Leclerc. I don't know what happened there. There's still no report on it, but
Yeah, it's weird. Here's Karun Chandhook. He might give us a little insight and then into this because we haven't been hearing any reports from the teams or whatever, or from the drivers. So he's weaving around, getting the heat in the tires. I think he put might have put just too much power in going through that corner. That's embarrassing.
yeah,
Like
it's
I said, that's like when
bad
Roberto
stuff.
Guerrero crashed before the start of the Indy 500 years ago,
Hmm.
before the green flag.
Well,
so
well, we have.
so he Albon crashed into Mags after Hulk had spun him.
Yeah, I want to see the original. How was Ricardo have a shitty qualifying session anyways? Because who
Where'd
ran back
Ricardo
here?
start?
I'm gonna look at the qualifying session thing here.
Ricardo,
All right, the race.
he started 17th, so he's right where he started, 17th.
So we got Lando Norris started sixth actually, got up to second. Sainz seventh. Where is he at now? Still
8th.
eighth. Sergio Perez, where'd he move up to? He started ninth.
He's in 7th.
All right. Uh, Piastri, we have starting 10th. Magnussen started 12th. He actually had a good start with Albon right behind him. Those guys are both out. Yeah, Ricardo
Yeah.
started 17th and he's still 17th.
Oh, also New York City Marathon. I forgot to
Already
mention that. That
watched
was
it.
today.
Already watched it.
I know. I wanted Katada to win, but he came in 3rd. So Hakuna Matata to Katada.
The women's race
Uh,
was incredible. It was a race till the very end.
I know. It looked like beautiful weather for
Perfect
run
running
two.
day. Perfect running weather.
So I said lots of stuff happening this weekend. Also, like London to Brighton today,
Hmm.
70th anniversary of the London to Brighton, the movie that honors London to Brighton, Genevieve. So all sorts of stuff, races going on. You got that NASCAR race later today. And those others had the Cup. I mean the truck race on Friday, the Xfinity race, and the Breeders' Cup yesterday. Won $2,300.
Yeah, that was a good call you
Nice. Got
got
the
there.
Superfecta and the Exacta. Nice, nice stuff.
Yeah, so after the red flag, we'll get another standing start with Norris on the front row alongside Verstappen and Hamilton right behind him.
Yeah,
He'll
this is a long red flag so far. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
Jesus.
and the guys are completely out of the cars. I mean, it was debris, but it was it because a barrier was knocked into that it had to be readjusted.
They always look at that. I'm looking at they. You can't see it because of overhang. Yeah, they're gonna the Albons run into the safer barrier. It has to be improved. The one with mags, not so much. The Aston Martin though, Stroll kind of. Look at Perez go wide. They jumping out to sides. Norris really did the job.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to be on the outside going into one. If you are, you're like sitting duck. It
This is
seems
what I
like.
was. This is what I was saying though yesterday during the sprint. It's like usually the guy who gets pull has the inside. When you have pull here, you're on the outside going downwards down the hill.
Well, you're technically it's the correct or proper line, but not necessarily the best line.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you do have a an advantage that you are positioned ahead of second place. So if you get a good start, you're in the proper racing line where you would take the high and dive down to the apex. So Lewis putting his earbuds in, taking his shades off.
Let's sync up real quick. Pause your stream for like 5 seconds so I can come a
All
little
right,
bit closer to
pausing
yours.
because they're showing the in car for the Orlean the Alpha Tauri.
I'll tell you when I get to that. I think we're a couple seconds apart here.
All right, so
All
I'm
right,
ahead of
now,
you.
now.
All right, shows it the Orlean. Then they hit, and it's Ricardo's in car. Then he gets hit by the tire. Right?
All right,
We synced up.
you gotta hold it for like 2 more seconds.
Oh God damn! Did that hit the? I swear it hit the end
It
plate,
hit it
but
hit the
but
back
not
wing.
the tire. Okay, they're showing the in car of signs,
Yeah, I'm with signs right now.
and Russell just moved past them,
Yep. All right, we're exactly on time. That's it.
and Perez just moved past
Yep,
or
we're
tried
exact.
to challenge Russell.
We're exactly on the same sync. Perfect.
Boy, that was good racing between Perez and Russell.
I was saying this yesterday during the sprint race. Perez has to be very cautious. I know he outperformed Lewis yesterday, but this is a guy internally that they said has to get second place if he wants to completely protect his seat for next season. And he'll do everything to just stay ahead of Hamilton. Don't do any boneheaded moves. Don't get in a situation where you
Ooh,
have a possibility of losing a ton of points. Go ahead.
no, they're just doing a
The
replay and
gas,
everything. No,
yeah.
you're absolutely right. He needs to focus on getting points, getting a good result.
Yes.
He needs a podium.
Yes.
That's what he needs and
A
everything.
second place would be great, but a third place is not bad here either for him.
Yeah. But getting back to the grid walk with Martin Brundle, the disrespect that the people give to him, and nobody has an understanding of history of Formula One. But even Bernie seemed out of it. Did you see him talking to Bernie Ecclestone?
No, I was busy preparing. What was he
Oh,
talking to? Well, he's
I
Bernie's.
don't know. Bernie just didn't seem with it or whatever. You should think Martin Brundle here. Give them what they want. Because Martin talked to him and it was just it's like gibberish back and forth, and then he leaves, and then Martin's like, "Yeah, he had problems with the internal revenue."
Yeah, I was just about to say he should be skipping for joy. Bernie Ecclestone. Anybody
Yeah,
else would be in jail for years.
exactly. How many other people can pay a $450 million fine?
Fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
But this Machine Gun Kelly, here you are, a celebrity. What do you want? Publicity. Why are you at the race? Okay, well, maybe somebody invited you, but still in all, you can't expect not to be wanted to be interviewed or whatever. But you're acting like a douchebag with Martin Brundle. Do you even know who Martin Brundle is or was in terms of racecraft and everything? Yeah, he never won a Formula One race, but on the lower formula and everything, and Senna's number one challenger in the British Formula Three. I mean, Martin had some decent results. Hey, he drove 156 races, never had a win. Uh, how many? You could say that about a lot of drivers, right?
Yeah, I mean, Charles Barkley never won the championship, but he was always a respected guy. And it's like in these other sports, these guys who've had these history, the only problem is all these douchebag celebrities show up. They have no understanding of Formula One history.
Nope,
But I'm
nope.
sure they would know who Senna is. And like you said, some guy who really challenged Senna, they should have a vast amount of respect for. And as I'm saying Senna, you see in the grandstands the
Yes, that flag.
Senna. Yes.
But he also talked to that female footballer who was from Brazil, who was on the national team and played, and she brought up Senna, talked about. It. That's what you. That's that was nice. That was a good interview. She was classy and
Cool.
everything. But that Machine Gun Kelly, what a piece of
But
crap.
they've treated Martin Brundle like shit in Austin, Miami, all these celebrities. These people act like he's just some a local
Some little
television.
troll,
Yeah.
yeah, that they paid to ask questions of celebrities. Yeah, I mean, if they want to be schooled, they want to know anything about it, they should be talking to him and asking him questions and stuff.
They treat him like
Jesus.
stuttering John.
Yeah. Did you ever fart in a catcher's face? you know,
Yeah.
that's a stuttering John question, right? So,
But okay, another storyline here. So AlphaTauri has been able to move past Haas. They're tied with Alfa Romeo in the championship. I don't foresee seeing Alfa Romeo score any more points this season.
neither
AlphaTauri,
do I.
one more point to AlphaTauri means moving up. And if they get two guys in the top points, they could actually challenge Williams for seventh in the constructors championship.
Yeah, I don't see Alpha getting any more points unless they get really lucky.
Yeah, they just look awful, right? They look like one of the worst teams right now.
I mean, sometimes they qualify well, like 8, 9, 10, or something, and then no result.
Yeah,
None whatsoever.
absolutely.
So, them challenging Alpha Tauri, I don't think so. Tsunoda, probably, Tsunoda might be able to get points. If Ricciardo gets on it, who knows? He might be able to do something. You never know. But
Well, any more accidents like this, you could cut down more people out of the field. Um,
and with Albon out let's see, Albon's out, so Sargent's not going to score any points. So now you get Alpha with 19 points, Alpha Tauri with 19 points, Alfa Romeo with 16, and Haas with 12. I don't think. Well, Hulkenberg,
Hulkenberg
he
has
could
scored
keep going.
75% of the team's points this season.
They could challenge Alpha for ninth place or something. Who knows? That would make Gunther Steiner happy, but there's not. Max himself could have won the constructors' titles with the amount of points that he has compared to Mercedes. Ferrari's 24 points behind Mercedes, and with Leclerc out and Sainz in eighth, I don't see them, moving up there, especially with Hamilton and Russell. But both are going to score points as far as I'm concerned. But Aston Martin challenging McLaren. Where's Fernando running now?
He's running. Everything's messed up right now. I have to wait to see the things.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of shuffling around. So
so
the 27-point difference between McLaren and Aston Martin. Aston Martin 27 points behind.
okay.
Now, if it was the early part of the season, I would have said, yeah, maybe they would be able to challenge them, but they haven't been. They haven't had the same results.
They've done a nosedive. They went from being one of
Yeah.
the teams that you thought would win if Red Bull couldn't to being a midfield and even worse team as of late.
Yep. Right now, let's see. Starting grid. There we go. Do they have the current positions? Let's see now. All right. Well, everybody's back in their cars. They're on the grid. The lights are flashing. The tire warmers are on. Looks like somebody's got some new tires. New reds. Everybody's on new reds, it looks like. Got shiny reds there. Look at that,
Yeah, I
Alex.
see that. Did they
I
all
don't see
start?
any.
I don't know. Did they all start on Reds? Were
A
you
lot of them
aware?
did. I didn't see anybody else when they were showing
Hmm.
replays. I did not see anybody else on a different compound. So, um, they're letting them loose out of the pit lane.
Now
There's Verstappen crawling out.
we're having a standing restart. Will there be more
Oh,
incidents at the standing start again here? We have 17 cars left.
that means I need to get another beer because the standing restart for a red flag is sponsored by Ankerstein Beer again.
Go ahead. I'll take it from you.
Coincidence? I don't know, but we'll check it out and be right back.
All right. Well, it appears that Verstappen will lead Norris out with Hamilton behind him and Russell behind him, Perez. If you're just checking in now, we had a red flag first turn of the first lap. Technically not. It was yellow flag at first. Then they red flagged it after they finished the lap. Charles Leclerc crashed out beginning of the race. I don't know if something broke on his car or he had some sort of an incident, but he was out before the race even started. Very embarrassing situation here for Ferrari and for Leclerc especially, as a driver who's made so many mistakes, silly mistakes, recently. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see as they're coming down. They're setting up here. They're setting up here. Norris will be on the inside lane. Verstappen
And
on
we're
the
back.
outside.
We're back. We're back. What's happening? Anything?
They're setting
What were you
up.
saying?
They're just setting up.
Yep. Get it set up.
And an
Okay.
AlphaTauri going into the pit lane.
Uh-oh.
What
Is
is
that
that
Ricciardo?
for? What is that for?
I don't know.
All right, you lead it away here with the lights.
Here we go. There's a McLaren in the pit lane. There's several cars in pit lane. I don't understand what they're doing here. Red lights are set. Green flag in the back. Pace car in the back. 5 lights lit, and out it goes. There goes Verstappen.
Who got a better
storming
start?
ahead
He got a
again.
better start.
Norris on the inside of Russell again. I mean Hamilton. Hamilton
Lock
locks
up.
up a little bit.
Big lockup, yeah. All
No
the cars,
crashes through one or
cars side
two.
by
Thank
side,
God.
though. Yeah.
Alonso's running third, and Russell's running fourth.
Alonso's running fourth behind Hamilton.
No.
Or sorry, Russ Stroll.
Oh, he's making a move
Yep.
under him. He got him.
Wow.
I was predicting that actually.
That was Alonso too. That wasn't Stroll.
No, I know. That's what I was saying. And Hamilton's giving him fits already.
And there won't be
Trying to
DRS
keep
for
him-
2 laps. So,
Is it no DRS for 2?
well, after a
Okay.
restart like that, correct. So, a clean getaway. The Alpine knocking over one of the AlphaTauris. Very close racing. That's what I like about this track.
Signs moving up. Looks
Yep.
like
Sweeps
One.
around both of them.
There we go.
AlphaTauri going just in, but thinks better of it. It goes
Sargent
off
and
though for a little
so
bit.
Norris, Alonso, Hamilton, Stroll, Perez. No, that wasn't Stroll. That was Russell.
And
Oh,
Haas,
here's Hulk's. Hulk's on. Oh
Ricardo,
no,
right?
man. They're trying, but nah, no luck on that. He wasn't close enough, and he's smart enough not to challenge him
Yes.
for some crazy stuff like that. So the Alpines are up in ninth and 10th. So notice in 11th. Stir turn one incident involving Albon and Magnussen reviewed. No further. Yeah, well, both of them are out of the race. Who cares?
And
I,
Ricardo and Piastri down a lap, I guess.
why is that? Both of them were in pit lane.
Shouldn't the red flag have neutralized that? Shouldn't they have been able to
I
come
don't know
around?
why they went through the pit lane. Those were the two cars that we were looking at.
There must be a reasoning, some rule reasoning behind that.
Okay, Piastri's the only car on mediums.
Correct.
I
Everyone
don't
else
think
on softs.
I don't think that's going to help him. Maybe unless they've got some very strange strategy planned. And we will see.
Sargent running 15th, one of his better positions in the last couple of races. Sonoda 11th, so he's right behind Ocon for that points paying position.
Huh.
And Verstappen just put in the fastest lap. Perez up in
Okay.
6th here. Alonso holding firm in 3rd here. And Stroll still in 7th.
DRS enabled.
Correct.
Let's work together. I want attack in these early laps, Russell says to Hamilton's to the pit lane. Do they have car to car communication?
I do not believe so. I think it has
I
to be
don't believe so either.
yeah.
But he's talking to the team and saying, "Hey, let's work together."
Go get Alonso. Maybe work up
Yep.
to Norris. But I don't think they're fast enough to beat Norris, those Mercedes cars.
Yeah, but if they don't work together, they're just going to get further behind.
Correct.
Here's the restart. Max gets a good start again. Stroll gets a bad start again. Jesus. And Hamilton locks up big time going into one, as does one of the Alpines. I think that was Gasly.
Now
But
here's a technical question. Did he lock up because he didn't want to create an incident? Couldn't he have kept going on that outside a bit? What do you think he was thinking there?
I think it was just he missed his breaking point, and he's locking him up because he's got Norris right there. And if he doesn't break, he's going to be going off, exceed track limits, and he could lose another position.
Okay. And
Because he could have easily gone off into that green area, and somebody else could have just swooped by, and he'd be in 4th.
yeah, and Norris within half
Well,
a
he's in
second
4th
now.
now,
Good
but
point you made, but Norris within half a second now. Will somebody pass the Red Bull with a DRS on the straight at least? I mean, I don't think he'll hold on to it, but it will be a moral victory at this point for someone to pass Verstappen.
yeah, it would be wild because he's only 9/10 of a second behind him. Norris set the fastest lap. How are the sectors looking? He's doing 2 of the 3 sectors under Verstappen's lap time. He's down to 7/10 of a second. Whoa, look at him going onto the front straight, making a run. Whoa, nice. Look at that.
Yeah, but just
He's
barely not
he's
enough.
getting in his mirror. He's only quarter of a second behind him.
But he'll try and get him here on this straight.
He's got DRS. Look
Can
at
we see somebody pass a Red Bull? Come on.
he's trying.
God.
He is trying.
When's the last time we've seen something like this?
Yeah, good question. I'm just watching it and enjoying it. 0.3 of a second. Maybe on the next time onto the front straight.
He's just got to stay. The 9/10, he loses too much going around
Yeah,
this
for
part.
that one section.
Yeah. But he's got, because he was within, 9/10 when he was on the straight last time. he's got to
Now
be
he's
less than
yeah,
that. Yeah.
or Max is dialing it up.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need those problems.
Yeah, he won't even get DRS here. Be too far. God, we haven't seen anything that close and we only saw it for a split second. But I mean, who can manage their tires better here? I mean, McLaren better have a good strategy coming forward. Now, Perez going on getting near the Mercedes here.
All right. Good in car with Norris there. All right, Alonso running in third ahead of Hamilton, his old teammate.
And Perez
Russell's in fifth,
closing in
right
on
behind.
Russell. Perez
Yeah,
closing in on Russell here.
4 tenths. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Russell might have to make a move to get past Hamilton. I think Hamilton might be slowing him up.
Hamilton was not fast here yesterday, and I think Hamilton's losing concentration here of how bad their season's going, and his eventual realization that next season's not going to be any better either.
Yeah, he's go a couple years without win. What is it? 2 years now?
It is over 2 years now.
Yeah. Oh, that front straight, that's got some good climb, that good elevation change up, and then you drop the left, down between 1 and 2. Nice.
And
And then
Russ,
it's downhill to 3.
absolutely, and Russell making the case that they have to switch him around because Hamilton's holding him up, and Perez is getting closer, and he'll get both of them. But Lewis ain't gonna move over for Russell or manage anything here. That's
No,
not
but
gonna
that's what I
happen.
was saying before. He needs, I figured after he was saying, let's work together, but now he's making a point, if he's being held up, but that ain't going to work.
Yeah,
You got to worry about Perez because Perez is racy.
yes,
He's a better racer than he is a qualifier. We know that.
absolutely.
Sainz running around in eighth where he started
Yeah, of course.
after his teammate went off before even the the green flag. Stroll back to seventh. I figured as much. Stroll. I didn't think so much about Alonso. I did say both of them wouldn't make the top 8, but Alonso's proven me wrong here.
Yes,
Norris,
and Perez right on the back of Russell probably will get him on this next straight after the downhill. So close. He'll have it, but he'll be in a DRS train with Hamilton ahead of Russell. So not.
yeah, Lewis is a team player when it's to Lewis's benefit.
Absolutely. But
But he
yeah.
would never let Russell by, like you said.
Only thing with Alonso is the strategies of these other teams and the undercutting and the speed they have. I know that Aston Martin has been fast around here, but will he just be uh, brought down to even Stroll's
Ooh,
level around seventh or eighth? Yeah, Perez right there on that.
Perez trying to make a move on the outside, getting in his mirrors of Russell here. It's good to see him racy getting up here. He's in sixth, challenging Russell for fifth. Let's see, where are Piastri and Ricardo lap down? I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah, and I don't understand how Ricardo was a lap down, but I guess Piastri's down too, and he's behind. What happened to Piastri? Did something happen on that start?
He went from 10th to 16th on the start. So,
He's been having some rough times. He hasn't been as consistent. Norris is the consistent driver at that team.
absolutely. You're running second, your teammate's running 17th. What are we showing here?
Vote
Valtteri, I'm cashing in Botas.
on Hulkenberg.
I'll make sure I finish ahead of the Haases, but I collect my paycheck.
They should drop him, put Hulkenberg in that seat. But Bottas in 12th. Sonoda's so close for that 10th position.
They should have dropped him and put Mick Schumacher in there,
Yeah,
or
I
Felipe
agree with you.
Drugovich or somebody.
Yeah, and you're looking at Ricardo right now, which all he does is reinforce. I know he had such a great time in Mexico, but it reinforces why he's no longer where he was at before. Fucking.
Fernando's still on Plan A. They're saying
All right.
Perez moved to make a move into turn one on Russell. No good. Uh, he's only like 6/10 of a second behind him.
Mm-hmm.
But Russell's only 8/10 of a second behind Hamilton.
Hamilton. That's the problem. They're all getting from like second to, I mean, from third to what? Seventh or something. It's just a big long DRS train.
Yeah, well, Hamilton's 4 seconds behind Alonso, so
Yeah.
it's Hamilton's the one that's holding up Russell and Perez and Stroll and Sainz and Gasly because those all are very they're all within a second of the other and all in DRS.
Yeah.
The fifth through ninth.
Exactly. And Perez going to have to clear Russell if he wants to get, because then he can pick off each driver off of pace. But, man, Alonso looking like the driver of the day, staying in third place in that car. I don't know how long he can manage that for, but.
I don't know either. It's will it perform as well when they change to a different compound? Here we go.
Yep.
Perez got Russell
Yep. Dived on the
into
inside.
one. Good move.
But he's still close on him. It's not over.
No, it's not. George Russell doesn't let somebody just get by him. He's making it. He's going for it.
Whoa.
Russell got it back. Oh, but
Whoa.
Perez got under him, breaking him.
Whoa.
Oh, and Russell had to back out. Whether he was going to butt jab him.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
And Stroll's sucking up on
yes,
on Russell because of it.
absolutely.
Are we working together or are we just doing our own race? Russell said. Of course not.
We're still discussing.
We're still discussing.
That
which means
fuck
Lewis
you.
didn't answer him, and he's like, "Fuck him."
You know, Russell does try and manage. He is very diplomatic and tries to manage things to his benefit over the radio. But Hamilton's like, fuck this. I'm not even going to talk. I'm just focused on myself. And
Yeah,
maybe Russell should be more like that. Hey.
that's what I was gonna say. He has to. All he has to worry about is himself. Don't even worry about anybody else. If whatchamacallit, if Mercedes got rid of him, you think he'd have a hard time finding a seat at another team? I don't think so.
But at a top team, I mean, I guess replacing Carlos Sainz, I don't know. But you know what? I keep saying that about Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is about to beat Leclerc in the championship and have the only victory for Ferrari this season. And he's still treated like a number 2 driver.
Exactly. You know, it's like you said, Leclerc's a head case.
Yeah. And Sainz is lucky as shit he is, because he'd be looked at a lot differently if he wasn't.
Yeah, because right now, let's see, Leclerc's got 170 points. Sainz got 184.
Yeah.
And a win.
But the thing is, the difference between the two is the potential that's in Leclerc is what they really base it off of. And now we're seeing a replay of Perez getting Russell here. Perez, like you said, Russell backed off just a bit because he was going to jab him. The Ferrari right next to Sainz, right next to Stroll right there.
Yep. Oh, boy. It's like you said, look at all these 5th, 6th, 7, 8, 9. A lot of, that's where the action is. Hamilton's in 4th, 6 seconds behind Alonso, who's 2 seconds behind Norris. Everybody softs except Ocon and Piastri. And Ocon just pitted for mediums.
Yep.
Zhou Guanyu is in the pit. He's going to mediums. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what he comes out of the pit with. Yep. They're not showing any of the pit action. They're just making notation on the side. So he's exiting the pits as we speak. Yeah. So he came out on mediums also. You got three guys running on mediums: Ocon, Joe Guanyu, and Piastri. And Piastri's been on them a while, whereas the other two just got those quite recently.
Mm-hmm.
How
So,
about just moved up into 10th?
yes,
That's because of
through
all those
pit stops,
through
correct.
those pit stops. Yeah,
And
that won't last.
no, no, no. Sonoda's still in 11th here. I don't know if he didn't pit yet. There's only a handful of people who pit. Perez now closing up on, and this is what Russell was talking about here. Perez just going to pick him off now.
Yeah, whereas if Russell if Hamilton let him by, they'd still be running fourth and fifth
Mm-hmm.
for the team, not for Lewis.
We got a replay
So
here. They're featuring of
yeah,
McLaren around a Haas.
yeah, it's Piastri for 16th
Oh,
place. Whoa,
nice. Whoa. Who is this?
Hulkenberg had a brain fart.
Sonoda.
Oh, it was Sonoda had a brain
Oh
fart.
man, he fucked
Missed
up.
his
He was
breaking
running
point.
good too.
He was yeah. That's why he. That's why Gasly got past him.
All right, Perez following up Hamilton to the straight here.
Missed his breaking point.
And he'll have DRS. He'll be within 7 tenths, 8 tenths. Loses a little bit. Probably won't be able to get him right here.
If he could get Hamilton, he's
Hey,
going to
he's
get
going to go for it.
Alonso. Yep, he got him. Nice maneuver.
But,
Just like Russell.
and the fans loving it. The
Oh
Mexican
yeah,
fans. Nice. But,
Hamilton trying to.
did he go?
Nice.
No.
Did you see
Oh.
them? He did the same maneuver with Russell.
But Hamilton's going to go on the outside here, but he
No,
won't
he
be
he
able to.
can't do that there. He's just hanging in his mirror now.
Yep.
Perez is going to walk away.
You're right about that.
Yep.
And this is what Russell was talking about here.
Yep. Are we going to race together or not? Well, I think it's out the window now. Russell's going to get Hamilton.
You think so? I mean,
Yes.
we'll see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Alonso's still running third there, but Perez should start cutting into his time pretty good there. It really will be a battle between Perez and Norris. I don't think Perez will be able to get near Verstappen at any point. And
No,
Hamilton
I
diving into the pits. Go ahead with what you're saying.
no, I agree. I think Perez is going to finish second. I think he's finally. I don't know. He's gone through these cycles up and down, and I think he hit bottom in Mexico. He really hit bottom in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I remember on our stream. Remember how pathetic he looked in that garage?
oh God,
Yeah,
he should have just
gone home.
got on the plane, left and got on the plane. They didn't even want to see him. Nobody wanted to talk to him. Nobody wanted to hear from. Just get out of here. We'll see you at the next race. Send us a
Norris,
nice gift basket or
yes.
something.
Yeah, the team didn't want anything to do with him at all.
Yeah, bad juju. He was, gotta.
So Paris has gotten away, but hasn't really gotten close to Alonso at all over the last lap or so. Maybe
Let's
it's just
see.
Alonso's. Sometimes it's just the car with the driver. Where Stroll, it's not going to happen, but Alonso with that car maybe can make something happen here. And what is George Russell coming into the pits here?
Yeah, surprising. Stroll's running fifth still, or up there after these pit stops. That 2.9 pit stop for Russell, going on to the mediums, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's changing over to mediums.
Yeah, it'll be a two-stop race. It'll be soft, medium, then softs, I believe.
Russell came out behind Hamilton,
Ooh.
exactly where he was. Yep, see?
Yep.
And that's Gasly behind the. No. Let's Ocon get a different helmet for the Brazilian Grand Prix? He usually has his red helmet. I saw that
He has this.
Alpine.
Yeah. The
Did he have?
Spider-Man.
Oh, he has a special helmet for the race.
No, no, no. He usually has that red helmet because he loves Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I didn't see that in the Alpine. So
But okay. Perez being asked to
that's
box.
Gasly.
Did you hear? Did you just see there on the radio that Hamilton's having a problem with his left front tire? It's not turning right. It's going left while he's turning or something.
Oh, pit stop for Perez.
Yes.
2.2 seconds. Nice.
Yes.
Very nice pit stop by Red Bull. Where's he going to come out?
Man, far down there. But he'll come out in front of Hamilton, I think, here.
Yeah. Lewis has a tendency to make excuses.
I was just about to go there. You're right. Go ahead with that.
I don't know. It's always something. He's
Yeah.
always pointing something, acting like he's getting his feedback, but I don't think his feedback jives with the data that the engineers are seeing half the time because they're questioning him.
Yeah, he
And
might.
sometimes he's been right. You know,
Oh, well, actually, Perez landed between Russell and Hamilton, actually, here. But he's only half a second off of Hamilton.
so he'll get Hamilton again.
Yes.
All these other guys, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they all got a pit.
But Hamilton pulling the undercut on Perez here. And what are the Ferraris doing? They only have all the manpower to fuck up one race now with Sainz. So he's running fifth. And this is again indicative of him. He just stays in a position. He really doesn't move up much. He kind of just stays where he's at. Gets a safe points. That's why he's beating Leclerc in the championship.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, everything's gonna shuffle out here with pit stops and tire changes, and once we get these other guys on there, because what were they predicting for the soft range for pit stops? Did they give
Uh,
any indication
I
on that?
believe it was 17 to 24.
All right, so everybody's in that time frame that's in first to seventh,
Mm-hmm.
and then also 16 and 17, but we don't worry about Ricciardo and Piastri at this point because there's no way in hell they'd be lucky if they get past Sargent at this point.
Exactly. Probably, you're probably right.
Yeah,
Something must
but,
be wrong with that McLaren too. I mean, just a terrible. I mean, your teammate's running second and you're in 17th.
beautiful. It looks like a beautiful day up there. Got those shadows on the front straight from the grandstands and
And
everything.
Perez going
Whoa!
close to Hamilton.
Almost got Hammy.
He'll get him right here though, probably.
Oh, he will. Beautiful day here on Cape Cod. Looks like a beautiful day down in Brazil, man. Oh, nice! Really with power.
Yep,
That was a power move. Nice.
got him.
Yeah, I went oystering before the race and got 50 oysters. Had half a dozen before the start of the race. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We'll bring some down for Thanksgiving, Alex,
All right, sounds good.
like we did last year. Oh, Alpha. They're retiring in
Joe.
Alpha. Zhou Guan Yu.
So that's now the fourth car to be retired in the Grand
Damn.
Prix. No
Boy.
indication. He's retired a lot this season, hasn't he? That team has retired the car a lot this
Yeah,
season.
that's unfortunate.
I keep thinking one of these guys is going to win when Verstappen has a mechanical failure, but he hasn't this entire season.
Yeah, they're very rare nowadays.
Yeah. That's probably how Norris is gonna win his first race. Have to be something like that. Alonso's still running third, hasn't pit
Yeah,
yet.
exactly. And Sainz is 13 seconds behind him.
Mm-hmm.
How has Aston Martin been doing with their pit stops?
Generally good. Lance Stroll, you never know what's gonna happen with him.
Yeah, Stroll's running in 10th now, but he pitted. He's on mediums, and Alonso has not pitted.
No, and I don't believe Sainz is pitted either.
First through six is not pitted.
Okay, good. First through six.
Yeah. So we're going to see some stuff going on there. Because when you got Gasly in fifth and Tsunoda in sixth, you know that's not going to keep.
No, but I think Sonoda might be able to get a point, maybe a 10th position, 1 point during this race, which will be huge for that team.
But think about it. Ricardo's got the best result from that team
Yeah,
this entire year.
in
He's
one
only raced for
race,
him, what, 3 races?
probably something like that. And Lance Stroll getting George Russell there. And is he going to go on to Hamilton now?
Man, I'm surprised.
Yeah. That car is so, that team is so weird. Sometimes they show up and they can't do anything. This seems to be a track that favors them for
Yeah,
qualifying, and I don't know.
ups and downs of this. Yeah, it's happened a lot this season where certain teams, I mean, really specific to certain tracks, do well.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Red Bull just blows away everybody at every track. Thank God for Adrian Newey, I tell you.
Well,
What is he?
Verstappen not totally running away. Okay, well, one of the Alonso into the pits now.
Alonso's in pitting from third. All right. Got the mediums going on. How quick? 2.8.
Okay,
Certainly
decent.
not as good as the Red Bull.
No. And where will he come out? Ahead of Perez or no?
Mm,
Be coming down here. I think he will. Yeah, pretty
yep.
cleanly.
Just ahead of Perez. You're right. Very good. Very good there, Murray Walker.
Yes, and he's coming up on. Did Yuki Tsunoda not pit? I guess not. He's in fifth,
No,
right?
he hasn't. He's still on softs. He's running fifth.
And neither is
The first
Gasly.
five, first five cars have
Uh-huh.
not pitted.
Well, maybe I'm wrong about 18 to 24 because Max on lap 26 of these tires. I wonder what the whole Red Bull strategy is for this race.
The thing is, did they just put on a new set of softs during the red flag?
I
Think
don't.
about
I don't
that.
think so. I think every team stuck to it. I don't think
No,
anything
I saw
changed.
a lot of shiny new red tires when they were sitting in the pit prior to the restart.
Speaking of tires, we got
Oh,
the Ferrari
there we
coming
go.
in.
Sainz coming in. Oh, Gasly coming in. And Tsunoda coming in. All those guys in the top five except Norris and Verstappen. Whoa,
Whoa.
that was a bit of a dodgy release of the Ferrari with Yuki Tsunoda coming in.
Oh,
Right in,
hope to God that's not a unsafe release for that team. Holy shit.
yeah, I don't think so. As long as nobody was, crapping purple
And,
nickels or
and
something.
and Stroll got Hamilton just now too. They're showing us now that he's ahead of Hamilton.
This is amazing.
That team's good here. Aston Martin. Maybe they're having a reviving race here because I don't know if they've necessarily been bad the later half of the
Oh,
season.
Verstappen's
All right,
in.
go ahead. Yep.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just
Go
had to
ahead.
point that
Call
out.
it.
Verstappen's in pit. 2 seconds. 2.2.
Whoa.
Again, best pit stops. Same one as Perez. Norris is in. Drops it. How many seconds? 2.6. 4/10 right there.
4/10. Yep.
But look at how consistent Red Bull are with their pit stops. Perez 2.2, Verstappen 2.2.
Yep.
So nobody's getting a fuzzy and a lollipop at the team when it comes to pit stops and
I think
stuff.
they've become an ultra professional outfit. I don't even think it's like that. Of course, they're gonna always design the car around Max and stuff, but it's not another
Oh,
team
they're
situation.
re-showing signs of stop. Boom, boom, boom. Throw them on. That looked pretty good. 2.3. Not bad. But then they they release them with Sonoda coming in. There's Gasly in. Now Sonoda, whoa. So he has to get around Gasly's cars, who's pitted in front of him, without colliding into Sonoda. I don't think that's worthy of any.
No, I think
He was cognizant of what was happening, and he avoided any problem. So if the team released them early, so what? He was he was smart enough not to have something happen.
yeah,
There they show him
Mick
Mick Schumacher with
Schumacher.
Toto Wolff looking at the Hamilton. Where's my
Well, he
Hamilton?
thought you know why he came because he thought there was going to be some success here, just like I did. I thought they'd be very successful here, but not. Russell now hunting down Hamilton.
Yeah,
This will be
I don't
interesting
know.
to see.
Uh, um, let's see, I'm doing my Toto Wolff impression, and I think George, just stay behind. We're working together as a team now. But
All of a sudden.
I know you're kind of upset because nobody else works as a team with you. But you just listen to me, and I will send you some Linzer or something for your Christmas dinner. Thank you very.
Will he? That's a good. Will he get him? He's coming closer and closer to him.
I hope so.
Perez 2.5 seconds behind Alonso. Alonso having fucking amazing race there for this team.
He really is.
I'd put him as.
Norris 5 seconds behind Verstappen.
Yep.
Alonso 5 seconds behind Norris. Perez 2.5 seconds behind Alonso. I still think Perez might make it up to second because here they're showing signs making a move coming up front straight past what Gasly.
Yes. On the inside.
Nice, and we're on lap 30 of 71. So there's a lot of race still to
Yeah,
go.
we're not halfway in yet. So you're
Yeah,
right.
you would
You're right. You got
that.
to think about the long term here. What's going to happen here?
Yeah, Norris still fastest lap, but that red flag. I mean, hell, you think you? I mean, how much time did that take up? 20, 25 minutes?
It was a long red flag. I'd say it was
Yeah, it
like
was.
a 20, 25 minute thing. Yeah. 25,
Yeah,
probably maybe 30 minutes.
I don't know about that long, but geez, because we're on lap 30 71, and it's only 108. So yeah, crazy man.
And now we're in the same situation again. Russell behind Hamilton while Carlos Sainz is coming up closer on Russell, who's being slowing down behind Hamilton, not able to get away. We're pretty much in
Yeah.
the same exact position here.
Let me ask you, they ever gonna have that Vietnamese Grand Prix?
There actually, now that you say of it, there are talks. The problem was that number one promoter of it was arrested and jailed for fraud, I believe, or
Oh, that's
money laundering.
unfortunate.
But there was, I actually read a recent article, maybe 6 months ago or something like that, that the government itself is trying to rebrand it with a new face of it and try and introduce it to the FIA again to have a race there by 2026 possibly. That's the news right now. The only problem is the street circuit has become just overgrown and they're using it as a regular commercial area now for stuff and transportation. So we'll have to see. I'd love to go to it, but it's at the very least it's not going to be there for a handful more years.
Hey, we go there. We're gonna have to go to that same place that Obama and
Bourdain went
Bourdain
to
had beers
the
together.
Bunchan or whatever. Yeah, I would love to go everywhere. The food stands, everything there. But yeah, what a great Grand Prix that could have been, and a very cheap and affordable Grand Prix for so many people.
Yeah, unlike every other Grand
Not
Prix
like Las
on the
Vegas.
circuit. Oh man, what are they showing? They're showing the Mercedes team on the pit wall there. Not much happening right now. Russell 7 tenths behind Hamilton. That's your closest overtake at this point. But again, are we working as a team?
We'll have to see.
No.
No. And he's just being held
Oh
up the
boy, he's
entire
closing
time.
in on him.
Yep.
Making. Oh, here we go. There's Gasly past Signs. No, wait a second.
Ocon on who is that? It's an Alfa Romeo. It's
That was Gasly past Botus. Excuse me. I saw they
yes.
just showed the back of the car and it was red, and I assumed it was Signs, but it wasn't. It was so Gasly is now behind Signs, having got past Botas.
And Sonoda behind Sargent. Is Sargent not pitted yet or something?
No, he hasn't because he
Yeah.
started on softs. So Sunoda, excuse me, Hulkenberg and Sargent still need to pit.
And it's not
For that
this.
matter, I think Piastri does too,
And
but
it's
I'm not.
it's not the sexiest rivalry, but Sonoda will be right behind Bottas, and whoever gets more points in this race will have their team leading in the championship. It's very high stakes for Alfa Romeo and Alfa
Oh yeah,
Tauri.
absolutely. 7, almost 8 tenths of a second. What's Russell's radio saying there? He, I think he just should forget about talking to the team. Just go out and do what you have to do. Get past them.
That's all. That's
Lewis
the only
won't
thing
make
that's
it
gonna
easy.
work. Yeah.
Lewis isn't going to make it easy, but so what? He's a racer.
And Lewis wants
Not
to
a bunch of
retain
chumps here.
that number one spot in the team. He's not going to move over for that very reason.
Yep. All right, so Verstappen leads Norris, Alonso third, Perez fourth, only 1.3 seconds behind Alonso, mind you. So you're going to see them move up, and then he's got a long haul to get to Norris, though.
Uh-huh.
Stroll running fifth. That actually dumbfounds me. Everybody else is telling them quit Formula One and go play professional tennis because I
Tennis.
guess he could be. He's such a good tennis player because he could be a professional tennis player. His father's a billionaire. Uh, I guess his father wasn't as rich as your boy who drove for Williams. Who who was that? What was that guy?
With Max
The back?
Chilton?
No, the back marker that helped Max win the championship. What was that?
A Latifi.
Latifi.
Yes.
His father owns Sofina and stuff and everything. I think he's like makes Lawrence Stroll look like a piker. I think he's got like twice the amount of money or something.
Yeah,
But when you're billionaires, what does it matter?
yeah, he he's more a part of Formula 1 history than Lance Stroll is in my opinion in terms of their huge factor in a massive event. Yeah, Latifi. Well, he went back did you see that he entered into Harvard or something like that? Went to business school? He wants to
Uh,
become a business person now?
Oxford or
Yeah.
London School of Business, something
Yeah.
like that. But Russell's, I'm starting to struggle with the tires, Hamilton's saying. Well, then let Russell pass, you dipshit,
Yeah.
because he's half of a second behind him and he's holding them up.
And now Sainz is going to get both of them no matter
Yeah,
what.
exactly. Russell's got 14 laps. Hamilton's got 15 laps. Sainz has only got 7 laps on the tires.
Wow. Yeah, and Sainz is going to get both of them. And Russell might eventually get Hamilton anyways, but
There he goes.
yep.
Here goes Sainz past Russell. It's the same thing that Russell had to put up with before with Perez
Hmm.
because Hamilton won't let him pass.
And he'll cut through Hamilton immediately too.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Boy, Norris in these past 6 races has really brought McLaren back to the forefront, huh? He's
Absolutely.
really, really looking good.
And Perez coming up on Alonso here, 1.2 seconds
And
to
I think
Alonso.
Piastri winning that sprint race made him up as a game.
Yeah,
Because if you got an ego, if you don't have an ego, you shouldn't be in Formula One.
not at all.
Tsunoda's only a second behind Bottas, and Bottas is in 10th.
And
Perez is only 1.2 behind Alonso, closing in there.
and Alonso maintaining that position up until this point. Is it like
But
Norris and that McLaren, and then Alonso and that Aston Martin can just contend with these other teams? I guess.
I tell you, they're running third and fifth when those Aston Martins. Amazing. All those silly rumors about Alonso going to Red Bull and everything. Been a lot of silly rumors lately.
Yeah,
So I don't know. You think Sargent going to be around next year?
they've
Whoa.
been super nice to him, but I can't imagine he'll
Tsunoda
be.
got past Bottas.
Yes,
That was easy.
and he's up into that 10th position, and I don't think anybody can challenge him behind him for that position. You got what, the Alfa Romeos, a Williams, a Haas. Can he move up past
Alpine.
Gasly? Maybe. I don't know. Whatever the situation is there. Norris putting in another fastest lap.
We got guys that need to pit sometime soon, don't we? Those
Uh,
12, 13, 14, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Ocon.
yeah, I think you're right.
So Ricardo's unlapped himself, I guess.
Yeah, and he's in one position ahead of last.
Head of Piastri, who's running last.
And you see Carlos Sainz here, just like we were talking about,
Here's
stalking
Sainz going to get
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Nice. Go for it, baby. Power move. Look at that.
Got it. Easy.
Down into 3 here, 4. Damn. That was really good.
It was.
That was a power move. Gets up on them. They're showing a replay here. Gets up on it. Uses the slipstream. Pops out. Outbreaks him. Boom. Perfect. Classical. So now he's running 6th. So now Russell here again. 2 seconds behind Hamilton. He'll get within the DRS and he won't be able to get past him because it'll be held up. That's what I predict.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so frustrating. Well, you should just, if that's how Lewis thinks of him, that he's all out for himself, then be all out
Not
for
for
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
That's the way it works.
You gotta, if you're gonna ever win a championship or something, you have to determine yourself as the number one driver, especially at that team. That I think they'll get their act together eventually. Really, I know it's been some tough, and it might be a year more toughness, but they'll get their act together. They're still a top team when it comes down to it.
Max Verstappen, race leader, 5 seconds. Set fastest laps on the medium. Fastest lap on the medium.
Hmm.
Alonso's 11 seconds adrift of Norris. Alonso running in third, but Perez is hunting Alonso down. So we're just a few laps past the halfway mark. Lap 39 is 71.
Yeah.
So still ways to go. How long will these mediums last? People were in the 20 to 24 on those softs. Ocon going under Hulkenberg, they're showing a replay of.
Mm-hmm.
Into 1, classical move. Slipstreamed him up, got the DRS. Went to the inside, clipped the apex, did the turnover to 2, and on his way down the hill.
Yeah, and Perez getting closer to Alonso here, but not really able to do much. Coming up on lap 40 here.
Yeah, you got some close ones there. Perez to Alonso, 1.7. Gasly to Russell, 1.7. Well, Sargent's having a pretty good race here. I mean, granted, there's 4 cars out of the race, but
But for him,
he's
12th
running in
is a godsend.
he's running in 12th. The last 12th resulted in a 10th
Yeah, a point.
in his first point down in at the U.S. Grand Prix there.
Making Nick DeVries the only driver of the season not to score a point.
Yeah, I still don't think. I don't agree with the stuff. I mean, but they have their own things. They make their decisions. Now, who the hell would want to hire Helmut Marko? They're talking about
I
him
heard
being
that, yeah.
being offered a position at another team. Who the hell's gonna hire him?
As soon as he'd get there, they'd just shelf him for anything he said. That's the thing. Max internally went to Red Bull. That's the rumor that he said, "You're not." What is Bottas saying? Retire the car now. Retire. Bottas is
The
in the
rear
pit,
axle or something.
so that'll move Sargent up into 11th.
He is in 11th. Yep. Boat is pitting. They're putting it away. So the
Oh,
whole Alpha team's out.
yep.
That's a shame.
It's been the season. They've had some pretty shitty results this season. But okay, so that'll be 5 cars out now.
Yep. So Piastri's moving up to 15th.
Yes.
So 3 Ferrari powered cars. Excuse me. Leclerc, Mags, Joe, and Bottas. 4 Ferrari powered cars are out of the race.
Wow. It's a lot of cars out. We've had some Grand Prix with not much issues, but
And
five
why
cars
is
out.
that? Is it something with the Ferrari engine? Is Sands starting to say, is there a problem here? Because I see both the
Yeah.
Alphas, Leclerc, and Mags are out, and they both, all of those guys have the same engine.
There's still plenty of time left for something to go bad. 30 laps. Now
30 laps is forever. You're
let
right.
me ask you, what team won their last Grand Prix here in Brazil?
What team won their last Grand Prix here in Brazil?
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes, and who won it?
Giancarlo Fisichella.
What year?
1998.
Nah, a little bit off, 2003, it,
Uh, if I had thought about it more, I was answering too quick.
but again,
You know, I
big.
thought it was the speed round for Jeopardy.
That was that big shunt between Mark Webber and Alonso where he ran over the tire and knocked
Yep,
himself unconscious, and they had to go back 2 laps timing and give it to him a week later at the next Grand Prix, the trophy from Kimi.
exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, I should have thought about that more. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. There's a song by Meatloaf. Cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Boom, boom. Thank you very much.
And Ferrari has
There's
not.
the Toto Wolf they're showing again.
I keep going with these statistics. Ferrari hasn't won here since 2017. Jesus.
Damn.
Oh, man. But yeah, all right. We got Norris and Verstappen pretty much locked in their times here. Lonzo's still third.
Russell 8 tenths behind Hamilton.
Yeah.
That looks like the only action you're going to see for a
Well,
while.
no, Gasly up on Hamilton. You mean Gasly on Russell?
Yeah, but Russell also up on Hamilton.
Is that
And
true
then
too? I don't
Alonso,
see
let's see,
Hamilton up there in front of him.
Perez is still at 1.7 behind Alonso.
Yeah, Gasly coming for Russell. Is Sonoda gonna come up on Russell now
Whoa,
too?
Gasly's going for it. He got
Yep,
him.
he's got it easy.
That was easy.
And will the Alpha Tauri of Yuki Tsunoda start hunting down the Mercedes now, like he did yesterday? Holy shit!
I know. You think about it. Boy, that was so easy for Gasly to get past Russell. That's
I know, in an Alpine of all things, yeah.
crazy. And let's see, lap wise, 15, 15, 70, 22, Perez and Stroll have the most and Russell have the most laps on his medium. That may be why.
I was just about to say,
Gasly's only got got 7 less laps on those mediums.
and even less than Hamilton as well, 8. He'll be coming up. Yeah, maybe they got it right with that one car there, because put
I'm
him out
thinking
there.
Sargent's on a one stopper. He definitely has to be on a one stopper.
Logan Sargent?
Yeah,
You
he's
think
still
so?
on softs.
It is pretty wild of him.
Pretty sure he started on the soft.
Perez losing ground to Alonso now. Not coming up on him. Alonso
Yeah, he's lost
radio.
7 tenths to Alonso.
Very
It's quite a.
odd Grand Prix. Very odd situations going on here.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of these positions and stuff. But here again, like you said, 27 laps to go. Lap 44.71. They're showing the in-car Alonso. He's 15 seconds behind Norris in third place.
Mm-hmm. But he's been gaining time on Perez, too.
Yeah, and Stroll's just been kind of hanging in fifth place, 5 seconds behind Perez. And Sainz isn't making any moves in sixth on Stroll.
And Yuki Tsunoda just took a second out of George Russell. Wow. He really is going to come for him.
Russell's chipping into Gasly a little bit. He's going to try to get back, but it's kind of fluctuating.
Yuki Tsunoda looking like a hero here.
Check the brakes. Problem with the brakes.
Ooh.
Gasly, copy. We're looking.
Is that why Russell's coming back at him more, maybe?
Maybe.
That'd be another position for Tsunoda. Sargent pitted.
Just finally, after 45 laps on softs.
Was that how long he was on them for?
Yeah.
Yuki Tsunoda is going to get Russell here. It's just a matter of time. And he'll probably get Gasly too.
Ooh, locking it up there a little.
Yep.
They're saying both of the Alphas had a technical problem, whatever that means. The same technical problem.
And Hamilton saying, yeah, good. That's what they're saying. Current
Medium window 46 to 52, lap 46 to 52.
Okay.
So people on medium should be pitting. Yeah, the technic. Oh, there's.
I knew he was going to do
Russell
that.
in?
I knew they were going to do that instead of letting the AlphaTauri by. I knew that was going to happen. They weren't going to suffer that embarrassment.
The technical problem they had was a hole in the side of the engine block. Probably. Oh, Russell, how quickly was that? 3 seconds.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
That was nothing to write home about.
So this is where
Compared to the Red Bull.
people should be putting their last set of softs on here, probably, right? Because
you would think so. With 24 laps to go,
yeah,
lap 47. It seemed to last quite a long time. Wait a second. Didn't Sargent pit?
yeah, came out 13th.
And he's on softs again?
Yep.
He was on softs before.
Yeah.
Did he start on mediums?
I think maybe he did. Maybe he was one of the team guys because he didn't.
And then during the red flag changed.
All right, Perez in.
Perez is in.
Okay, stop. 2. Well, we're pretty good. 2.3.
2.3.
Yep.
Nice. Here again, the 3 stops. Here's Hamilton in the pit.
And they were telling him not to. They were telling him not to pit right now to go 5 more laps on his tires.
Yeah, he's like, screw that. I need more time.
3.1, not
3.1 is worse than Russell's stop.
Gasly 2.5.
The 3 stops for Red Bull have been 2.2, 2.2, 2.3.
Now, AlphaTauri's going to have to play a smart move here because when do they come in? They don't want to be undercut by all these teams they fought to get up on. I mean, this is really big for AlphaTauri right now if they can get a point over Alfa Romeo. Sargent up into 12th after Hulkenberg pit. Hmm.
Hulkenberg pitting
Alonso
on the
pitting.
exit.
Alonso's in the pits. It's got to be
Oh,
good.
let's see where he comes out. Here comes Perez
On
past
Sonoda.
Sonoda.
So he must have pitted already, right? He did.
Yep.
And that, I'll try and clear him up.
Does Sonoda have to pit?
Yes, he does. He hasn't pitted yet.
He's on mediums.
Unless you think that they're going to try and I don't think it would be
past Ocon.
I don't think it'd be wise to just keep Sonoda out there. Is that the move? They're just going to try and hold him out there? Cuz Hamilton's 14 seconds behind Sonoda. Right? I have that right?
Hamilton is 14 seconds behind Sonoda, correct. And
So they're going
Tsunoda's
to yep.
only 9/10 behind Perez.
So they're going to keep him out there, right? Or nah, maybe not. I don't think so actually. That would be disastrous. They'll put him out in softs, pit him.
It's a really great turn that they do there. That on that Brazil circuit with the uphill, dive down to the right, off camber, turn 2, sweep out, 3, straight.
So Alonso will roll back up into third after everything's said and done. Oh, the two Pierre Gasly over Ocon here after a pit stop.
Yeah, it's going to all shake out here. Let's see what's what. When's the last time we had this many cars out of a race, though?
It's been a while.
5 cars out. Still don't understand what happened to Ricardo and Piastri. They're running around in
Nothing.
14th Ricardo and 15th for Piastri, respectively. So,
Man, and Norris 7 seconds behind. Stroll will have to pit too. So will Sainz. And so will Sonoda unless they think they can hold on for all those laps to Hamilton.
yeah, this is nuts.
Because the 7th position for AlphaTauri would. How
That
much
would
that pay?
equal what Ricardo did if he was able to hold on to 7th. That's what Ricardo got, right?
Yeah, did Gasly
7
just
points.
got it? But Gasly just got Hamilton. Right there.
Yep.
And
Or was that Ocon?
No, that's Gasly.
Right. Gasly setting fastest lap on the softs.
oh wow. Guess he's not having too many brake issues then. And he'll probably go try and hunt down Yuki Tsunoda. 20 laps remaining.
All right. And we're looking at Verstappen leading Norris over Stroll. Sainz, Alonso, Perez 6, Tsunoda 7th, Gasly 8, Hamilton 9th, and Ocon in the last point Spain position in 10th, with Russell surprisingly 5 seconds adrift of him.
And the Mercedes seemed to be collapsing towards the end of this race. Hamilton now
Yeah,
in
but
9th.
are these other guys, is that 1st through 5th going to be pitting?
Yeah, but I don't think they'll still probably stay ahead of them. Because Ocon's going to start hunting down a Hamilton now.
Yeah, because look at the differential between Stroll and Norris. 27 seconds.
And yeah, you're right. And then Perez and Alonso really fighting for third between fifth and sixth right now after the pit stops.
Yeah, it's hard to look at that sometimes. You're like, man, Alonso was running third and strong all that time.
Absolutely.
But then Stroll has to pit now, doesn't he?
I think Stroll definitely has to pit.
Or maybe they say, you know
One
what?
stop. Signs is box now.
Stay out there. Yeah. There's some Perez fans. Here comes Signs. You know, they were doing 2.3 before. Let's see what they keeping up their good pit stops or not. Boom. Drop it. There's nobody else in pit lane. Get it, baby. What do we do? 2.8. It's
What?
half second difference
Yes.
compared to the previous stop. And there was nobody else in pit lane. There should have been no angst or anxiety or whatever. They should have been able to seal the deal with the same type of pit stop, you would think.
So he'll shake out there. Stroll move up to
He comes
third.
out in front of Gasly.
Is there
Yeah,
anybody? Is there anybody ballsy enough here, like a Stroll, a Sonoda, any of these drivers who are going to try and get more points than they really should by just doing a one stopper and staying on their entire mediums for this distance?
I see Stroll perhaps doing that.
Because we think they're going to do that, and then right towards the end, it's like the 500 where someone's going to roll the dice and then they don't. They don't have just enough left.
Yeah, it depends on fuel load in the 500 though and stuff. So a lot of factors there.
And Perez
We're not
hunting
doing
down.
refueling anymore. So
Perez hunting down Alonso now, big time, coming
yeah,
close
he's
to him.
gonna get him.
Stroll in the pits.
Told you. There's no way he was gonna maintain that
Bad pit
position.
stop. Bad pit stop. They held him in there.
4.3 pit stop for Stroll. Oh, not good. Where's he coming out in front of Signs?
Let's see.
Yep, he came out ahead of Signs.
All right, you're right.
Tsunoda up to fifth.
Yeah, Sonoda, that'll be a tricky one. He's got Stroll 6 seconds behind him with 17 laps to go on fresh softs. He's been on those mediums forever. I hope they have some good advisors there in terms of strategy. That team, they need these points.
Perez is going to get Alonso. Okay, they're showing a replay of Stroll coming in. He hit his marks.
Something on the
There was
left.
a problem with the right front.
Oh, the right front. Yeah, you're
Looked
right.
like it to me. Ah, that's a shame.
Paris coming down here for
Perez
Alonso now.
charging down on Alonso, like you said. But look at the differential between Alonso and Norris. 37 seconds between second and third place.
Yeah, I mean, Norris has in total, 7 seconds, almost 8 seconds now for Verstappen, but over an entire race for the McLaren to be only that far behind the Red Bull is pretty damn good.
Yeah, Norris 7.6 behind Verstappen.
And big news, Piastri's in the pits.
Ooh,
It'll be coming out.
last place.
All right, last place. Fastest lap goes to, who is that, Ocon now.
Ocon, yeah, in
Taking over
11th.
Sargent, just got a Sargent.
Russell's in 10th. Hamilton's 9th.
I think Sonoda's going to stick it out in 5th and try. I don't think they'll bring him in. I think they'll say, hold on to as much as you can. Because if he pits now, how long is a pit stop? 21, 22 seconds?
Yep.
So he'd lose Stroll, Sainz, Gasly, Hamilton, and Russell. He would be out of the points. It'd be better for him to sit it out there and fight it out among all these guys. Just try and keep them at bay for a couple laps until the next one comes. That'll be the move. That's what they'll be going for.
Yeah, because even if they lose a couple of positions, they're still doing well.
Yeah, they will, but just keep them at bay as long as you can. Each one of the cars trying to pass you.
Oh, Perez, 8 tenths behind Alonso. Come on. I want to see this.
He's been behind him all day, but just not able to get him.
Yeah,
He's
Alonso's,
coming up on him, though. You're
he's
right.
got the skills. I tell you, the old guy does all right.
For the last podium position.
Very accomplished racer, sports cars, IndyCar, Formula One. I think we need to see him at the Daytona 500.
Yeah. That guy can race anything. All right.
Ooh, sprint
Perez
car,
not
Eldora.
not quite able to get up on
Oh,
him. But
maybe
down
down the
here.
hill if
Mm-hmm.
he can make that power move like he did before. Yep. Whoa.
No.
Come on now, not close enough.
Not quite.
Good racing though. That is. Oh, who's in?
We're stopping. And Sonoda
No,
pitted. Ah,
Tsunoda.
shit. Why would they do that? Ah. He could have done more.
Still came out in 10th.
Verstappen in as well. 2.5.
2.5. Okay. How quick was Tsunoda's bit? I didn't see. Did you notice that? No.
Now, do you leave Norris out there to try and win or something? Why not? 14 laps to go? How far behind will Verstappen be?
13 seconds.
Why
So you're
not roll the
talking.
fucking dice? Why not roll the dice?
So you lose a second a lap, right?
Yep.
That might get you across the finish line first.
And Norris will be game for it too, but I bet you they won't do it. They probably won't. But there's a lot of traffic between I'm looking here on my monitor. There's traffic between Norris and Verstappen. It's like 3 or 4 cars there.
Yeah, I'm sure they've been cranking out the running the algorithms back at the McLaren Technical Center there.
But it looks like Verstappen already gotten 2 seconds on Norris within this lap. So I don't know.
Perez, fastest lap, 6 tenths behind Alonso. He's got to get Alonso. Come on.
See, Norris now, they'll be thinking, if he doesn't pit, possibly does Perez get him if he has to pit eventually, or
He
if he
just
doesn't.
lapped his teammate.
Yeah. Well, why don't you throw in some team orders there with Piastri? Keep him there. Get him to hold him up. Seriously. Why would you do something like that? Look at Perez, so close to Alonso. Man, I think Norris, they'll go for it. You think so? I think they'll go for it.
Like I said, it's at 11 almost
Sorry.
11 seconds.
Mercedes, Russell saying he's going to retire the car. Sorry.
Oh God.
Go ahead with what we were saying, but go ahead.
That puts Ocon up in a point.
Yeah.
Jesus, what is with this? This will be 6 cars out of the race.
Yeah, very weird. Very weird.
Man, I mean, it's not like they had blistering heat temperatures there, did they? I mean, it's not like Qatar, the run there where,
And yeah, Russell coming in here.
oh boy.
They should do a Sergio Perez and Abu Dhabi thing where Sergio starts turning the car down in the corners to make Hamilton lose like 5-6 seconds over Max. They should be asking Piastri to do that.
Here goes Perez. Oh, I thought he was going to go into. They're going back into one again. He was so damn close.
They got to get Piastri. They got to say, wait till Max gets close to you, then start really slowing down in the turns. Seriously, I would do this. They haven't had a win in 2 years. They should do something like that. Look, they're going to do it. They're not going to pit him. We're on lap 59. They're going to try this.
It's worth it. But he's already down 8.5 second
Yeah.
interval, and you're talking 12 laps. He
Nope, they're going to
he's gonna have
box.
to defend a lot. I think Max will still get him.
You just saw that? They said box,
Oh,
box.
Norris is
Yep.
pitting. Norris is
Yep.
pitting.
Shit. I thought that
Told
could
you.
have been more entertaining, but I guess not.
They just saw how we're getting eaten up. Those softs go 2.4, 2.5. I had it at 2.4. 2.5 second stop for Norris.
And that pretty much seals it up. Another
Yeah,
Max Verstappen victory there, barring any technical failure, disaster.
he's gonna come out. Oh, here we go. Perez and Alonso
Whoa!
almost coming together into
Oh,
one. Holy shit!
so
Three
close.
tenths of a second.
Holy. That's some
Yeah.
good racing. Look at that.
Oh man, did you see that move?
Yep. Just slightly
How
chinked
Alonso
over, yeah.
just did his Pruitt fade. I think he's going to get him into one this time.
He's so close to him now. It's just holding him up. But he's got to get past him. Again, Alonso's probably one of the few guys on track that could even do this type of stuff. This defending and just putting it right where it needs to be.
Yeah, I agree. Man, look at Sargent running 11th, 8.5 seconds behind Ocon. That would be a miracle if he could get past and get that point. He's coming up the hill. Here's Perez. Still not close enough to make that move into one.
No, he loses some time before he gets to that straight.
I don't understand that.
And he's even losing time going to this straight as well.
Yeah, you got the DRS, baby. Use it.
He just can't get close enough to him, really. But it's 10 laps. You still got 10 full laps here. And Lando Norris he'll try and be putting in fastest laps, but it's just 12 seconds now to Verstappen. You have no chance in hell.
6 cars out, man.
Man, one more retirement from the top 10. You could get Sargent in there for a point.
10 laps to go. And Norris is 11.4 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen set fastest lap on
Now,
this new set of
yep,
softs. Now Norris
set
set
fastest lap.
fastest lap on his set. So they're going back and forth for fastest lap here.
Yeah.
Come on, Perez. Now he's not even close like he was before.
No.
Going into one.
Well, I wonder what the age of both of their tires are comparatively. Because they're both on softs.
I think Alonso pitted before Perez. Alonso neutral. Last Perez recharging. Battery level. Huh. They're looking at battery charging levels between Alonso and Perez.
And neutral and recharging. They're going to charge up Perez before another battle here for it. I'm trying to see, is there any really other battles going on? Everything else is pretty much
not
running
really.
order.
Yeah, you don't see much of anything happening besides Perez challenging Alonso here. Norris is 10.5 seconds behind Verstappen.
Yeah.
Stroll's 11 seconds behind Perez. Sainz further 4.3 behind Stroll, running in 6th. Gasly 3.4 behind Sainz in 7th. Hamilton 4.1 behind Gasly in 8th, and Tsunoda 12 seconds behind Hamilton in 9th. And Ocon almost 9 seconds behind Tsunoda. So looks like pretty much single file here with the exception of Alonso and Perez battling for third. And I would really like to see Perez get up there.
It would help my pick 8.
That's why I want to see him get up there.
It would help it massively.
4 more points.
Yeah.
I didn't even factor in the damn Aston Martins
Yeah,
because they
I
so
didn't
poorly
think. I
yesterday.
thought they would just drop back. That might be the story of it. I guess you'd give driver of the day to what, Alonso, for his ability to just stay there the whole time. Yuki Tsunoda up in ninth. Gasly doing a good result for his team, 7th.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Norris started seventh, right? And he's been running second ever since the first lap.
Yeah, that could be a good point too.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
And with the constructors championship the way it is, yeah. Wonder where. What do you think Charles Leclerc would have factored in all of this had he not gotten out before the start of the race?
Sainz is sixth. He started eighth. Leclerc and Norris he'd probably be running third.
You think so? Ahead of
Yeah.
Alonso?
Yeah.
I think he'd be right behind Alonso probably. You're getting so tense. He's coming up on him every time, and he's not able to
Every
pass
time.
him. He goes
He
too
can't
deep there
seal the deal.
and loses space between them before.
That time going into right before the front straight,
Yeah.
and it was like a here again, chases him down, and coming up the hill, just doesn't get close enough.
No, just not enough. Because he'll dive down the inside, but he's just not farther enough to even make that move. You know?
Yeah, it's very. Oh, he's trying to make a move there, and I'm sure the team's wondering why he can't get it done. They got driver of the day Norris versus Perez versus Alonso. You could say a lot. Where did Alonso start? He started fourth. Norris did a great job on the start and really has held the position there. And like you said, challenged Verstappen. So how often have you seen that in
Yeah,
a
I
Grand Prix
know.
this year?
Here. Yeah.
And Norris is really
I mean, not
running quicker
enough.
than him.
Not enough, though. Yeah, I see that, but. Yeah, Perez just not able to keep at lap after lap. Just not enough. What's the length
Don't
on these
understand it.
tires? What's the length on these tires, both of them? Does Alonso have some sort of an advantage just on fresher tires?
Verstappen, come on. Come on, Perez.
Yeah,
Got the best damn car out there.
it's become a parade here, really, other than these two guys.
Oh yeah. Like you said, when you ran through those lists, there's nobody gonna be moving in position except if Perez, by the grace of
God
God and Ayrton Senna,
can get by him. Yeah, you know what? And I'm looking at Ricardo here. He puts in the best Grand Prix ever last week, and it's like, this is why you're never going to move up to a team. Now you're down 41 seconds to a Haas. And they'll probably say it's some sort of a damage, maybe, but I don't know. Sonoda's up in ninth. Oh, but
Alonso's watching them. I don't
Paris.
even know if Alonso's even watching him. He's just got his head down.
But
He's
Perez is
positioning the
close
car.
right here. Perez getting close.
That
Very
one time when
close.
we were in that section before, Alonso did jink over.
Yes.
but he hasn't had to do that defensive position. Man, I 4 laps to go. Lap 67 and 71. Tsunoda ninth. That'll be good. Sargent 11th. 14 seconds behind Ocon. So nothing going to happen there. Yeah, Aston Martins, they surprised me this race.
He's actually
Really
losing.
did.
He's losing pace to Alonso now on this
I
straight.
know.
He needs Alonso to lock up or do something just to unbalance the car for a split second to get up closer on him. But not.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. 6/10. It's like so close and yet so far.
He's been about 6/10 for over 10 laps,
I
probably.
know. I know. And when he makes it up the hill into one, it's almost just around a half a second.
Yeah, and there's Verstappen. I was just about to say, finally, an image of Verstappen here.
Yeah, not. And then 8.4 seconds to Norris.
Mm-hmm. Then it just follows all the way down. Nobody's near anybody.
Yeah, with the exception here again of Sergio Perez going up the hill again.
No one's with even 4 seconds of another driver other than these two.
There, 4.43.
Yeah, but 4.43, not even 4 seconds. Signs radio. Is he going to retire? I have no downshifts, like the left paddle is not responding.
Oh, jeez.
That would be great.
He can't downshift?
I have no downshifts, like the left paddle is not responding.
Oh,
Holy
my
shit.
God.
Gasly's
He might drop out.
4.3 seconds behind him with 2 laps to go. Or 3.
What gear is he in? If he's in top gear, he's going to run the whole track. He's going to start dropping down the order. He could drop out of the top 10.
That'd be big for Tsunoda and Gasly here. But Gasly's not gaining time on him. These guys say stuff over the radio and then nothing happens. Gasly's not gaining any.
Oh, look at Perez. He's
close
trying to get in his mirrors.
On this exit here. He'll try and
He
go
looked a little
for it.
better through that section.
He'll be closer here.
He looks closer. He looks like he's going to get him. He's going to get him.
No.
He's going to get him. He got him. Yes. Into turn one.
Yep.
I knew he was going to get him then. He finally got close enough.
Finally got him.
And Alonso isn't
But
going to
wait.
give up. Alonso isn't giving up. Uh-oh, Alonso's going to say he did 2 moves.
Yeah. But
Well,
he's still
look at
on
him.
him.
They're glued together.
He's still on him.
Oh, boy.
Is he going to be able to?
I think right there Alonso got out of that corner and lost some time right there.
But he's going to be still on him for the straight here.
Yeah,
Maybe. Nah, he might be pulling away a little bit now.
Sainz is still hanging in there. I don't see him dropping down the order.
I think Perez is going to walk away from him now.
I think they put some WD-40 on that downshifter
I think,
paddle.
you know what? I think they charged up his battery for a lap or two for that exact DRS moment. I really do.
Well, we got another lap to go after this, right?
Yep.
He's coming for it. He ain't going to get it.
He's got to get him down here, though.
He's going to try him down going into 3.
And he's close
3 to
on
4.
him. He's very close. He's very close.
Perez made the move, though. And Alonso got him.
He
Jesus
got
heck.
him.
But he might do the over-under.
No, he's
Oh my
stuck it.
God.
Holy shit.
You know Alonso wasn't going to give up.
For third place, that's the last podium points paying position.
I know. I hope he gets
Go
him
back
back.
to
Why are
that.
they showing Max?
Go
Fuck
back to
that.
that. Go back to the fighting.
Yeah, let's see.
They always got to show this shit. Fuck this. All right,
We
come on,
know.
back to third. All
Can
right.
he get him? Can he get him?
He'll try and use the DRS probably on the straight, but you don't have the
He's
full
gonna.
straight.
He's got so close to him.
Oh shit.
Can he get him? I don't think so.
I don't think.
I don't think so.
Ah. How? Where's the checkered
He's
flag?
gonna get him. He got him.
No, I don't think he did. No, he didn't. He didn't. Five one
You
hundredths.
sure?
5/100ths of a second.
Oh, I want to see that. I want to see the
Five
photo
one
finish.
hundredths of a second.
That's
Less than
sucks.
a tenth of a second. No, that's huge for that team. That's huge.
I wanted to see Perez get
That's
him.
the driver of the day. That's the driver
Four
of
more
the day.
points in my pick 8.
Fernando Alonso, that's the driver of the day. Holy shit. Look at this. What did he do? Moved over just a... Wait, no, this is some replay of the... No, that's some replay of the pass. I want to see on the straight. Oh, man, he tricked him so fucking good right there.
Threw him a dummy.
Now let's see this. What is he? He moves over to the right.
Wow.
But holy shit. He just barely. If there was a foot longer, he probably would have.
Holy Moses, that was.
And that's an earned podium. That is.
The team will be happy with his performance. That's for damn sure.
Oh, he'll be driver of the day. Fuck Verstappen. It'll be Alonso driver of the day. It'll be him. Sonoda, 9th position. That'll propel that team ahead of Alfa Romeo.
Yep, that's what, 2 points?
Yep, that'll be 2 points, I believe. 10th
Yeah.
first. 10th one.
Let's see the standings then.
But what a performance by Alonso. He'll be remembered
And
for
Perez,
that.
for that matter. That was
Yeah,
great racing.
it was good dueling back and forth.
That's what we always want to see is good racing.
Yeah, it was good dueling back and forth. Holy shit. What a fucking sensational. Those guys essentially made that race not boring towards the later half of it, essentially.
Yeah, the 3, 4, 5, 6 positions and all.
And Verstappen will surpass Prost with 52 victories. And he'll be one shy of Vettel's 53 victories. 3 times championship. Pretty much dominated the entire weekend from start to finish. Sprint, race.
Yep. Alonso's got to be happy.
He's got to be thrilled. That was as thrilling as a finish, and even though it was for third place, I mean, that was the last podium position. He did everything. He used every trick and tool in it, everything he knows to keep that.
Well, AlphaTauri getting 2 points. That's 21 to Williams 28. With 2 races to go.
Yes, that's true too.
You never know.
I think
You got Las Vegas, which is a big question mark.
An unknown entity.
Yeah, nobody's raced that.
Then Abu Dhabi.
So.
And that's that.
Oh, look at it. He's happy. It's like they won a damn race.
Yeah, absolutely. And a good result from Stroll, too. It wasn't just all Alonso, too. He got 5th, right? What did Stroll get?
Yeah, exactly. So that was a good day for Aston Martin.
Yeah, Stroll needed that after all this shit he's been doing lately.
Yeah, it's almost like Perez. He needed it, too, because all the psychological shit that's been going down on those two.
They'll be proud that Perez was at least trying to fight for it, though,
That's what I said. They'll be very pleased with his performance because he didn't give up at any time. He did not give up. He had to work at it, and look at that. What he said, 500ths of a second
Yeah.
difference. Yeah, that's pretty good. How many wins has he got this season? He's- My God.
It's what is it gonna be now? It's got to be.
Didn't Prost come to Brazil to welcome him to the club or something? Or 16 or
I.
18? I don't know. I can't remember.
How many wins? Max has won. I know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 victories this season.
Yep.
He's not won 3 races, 2 of which Red Bull won with Perez. Singapore is the only missing thing for the entire team.
So we have the U.S. Grand Prix in Las Vegas on November 18th,
Yes.
2 weeks from now.
And it will be 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ooh, really?
Yes. And
So
Perez will extend that lead over Hamilton. I think he's more or less, unless some terrible things happen, he's now got a 24-point lead over Hamilton. Going into Las
do,
Vegas, a circuit driver for Perez, which will be important. Same with Abu Dhabi.
do they always let the fans on the track? Or are they going to get a problem here for the organizers for this race?
You got to be Aston Martin. You got to be so happy with that result. I mean, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Then Abu Dhabi a week after. So that's the U.S. Thanksgiving Day weekend
Mm-hmm.
there. Like a couple days Thursday's Thanksgiving, and then a couple days later is Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, AlphaTauri coming from the worst team to possibly fighting Williams in 7th. I think the rest of them, I mean, Alpine was, or what was it? Aston Martin was close to McLaren, but I don't think they'll be able to get that. Ferrari are within 24 points of Mercedes. If Leclerc was in it today, possibly they could have done something.
Yeah, I got to find out what happened there because
Yeah, something. Either he had a total brain fart, or something broke on that car.
I swear I don't know how you lose it in the middle of that corner unless you get on the throttle too quick, and because he's twisting the wheel back and forth trying to get heat in the tires, and I don't know. These guys, like I said, supposed to be the best in the world, and you see something stupid like that happen. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah,
look through anything to see if they've referenced what happened with Leclerc here.
yeah, I think I'd give the driver of the day to Alonso just because of the way it finished. I mean, holding on to that third place, losing it, and then getting it back. Maybe Perez should have waited to the last lap to make that pass.
Yeah, I
Sometimes it's
think I
easier.
think you're right. I think he charged up that battery because I've seen Perez do that before, where they wait a while. But yeah, whoa, good result.
Yeah, another good race in Brazil, always entertaining, and
Absolutely.
good racing there. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Well,
Good stuff.
thanks everybody for tuning in. The next Grand Prix is that next? That's not next week already, is it? It's
No,
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
All right, and after that we'll just have Abu Dhabi until the start of another season, which probably might be dominated by Red Bull again, from what Adrian Newey's saying.
Is next season 23 races also?
I think there's more because of China.
24?
Let's check here. I think because they're not taking any away, and then they'll be adding China. So it really will be 24 races. Yep. And it will go all the way to December 8th, and it will start March 2nd. So I think that'll be the longest season ever.
Jeez.
I mean, you only have what in between that? You'll have not much, January, February. You have about 2 months in between. Man, essentially they're on schedule for 10 months out of the year now.
Yeah, this was a smart move that Lawrence Stroll did, hiring Alonso.
Oh, absolutely. It was smart for him to leave Alpine too.
Absolutely. He didn't like what was going on there. He said, saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah,
It's
he's.
actually one of the better moves he's made in his career.
Are you about to say? Do you think it's because he's learned from his mistakes of either staying with teams too long or going to the wrong teams that he could understand what was going on?
Yeah, I don't know. He's done a lot, and he left and came back. It's kind of like Lauda, where he one of the few drivers to leave and come back. Same thing with Prost, left, came back, but they did something.
All
So,
right, well, check back with us November 18th, slightly less than 2 weeks away from now, for the inaugural Las Vegas Grand Prix. Total question mark. You'll have to assume that Red Bull, being that they're the most dominant team, will have the best luck there from the beginning, but really nothing's known about this circuit at all.
yeah, it's uh, it's Viva Las Vegas, baby, and it's all about money, and it's a big. There's going to be a lot of money at that race. Everything costs a fortune: tickets, hotel rooms, drinks, meals, you name it. And there's people are going to be spending a lot on gambling, and the house will be very happy.
Absolutely. All
All
right,
right,
well, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
see you.
All right. 512 viewers this time.